rolling with Nat 20. I'm Nat 20. We're gonna stream some Rebuild 3 Gangs of Deadsville, because I really like this game. It came out recently in a Humble Bundle. I picked it up. I've been looking at it for a while. Rebuild 3 Gangs of Deadsville. That was me checking the audio volume of my vocals. And came out in a Humble Bundle. I've been having my eyes on it for a while, and I really like it. I got it in the bundle. I've been playing it a ton despite what my Steam says, because I've been playing it a lot on my laptop offline while my girlfriend uses the computer that I can videotape and stream on. And it's a great little zombie survival game in the vein of Civilization, but not quite as in-depth, unfortunately. Still pretty darn great, though. And I didn't have the most intentions of streaming today, but a large portion of what I was going to do today is play this game on the impossible difficulty, because I want to get to the point where I can play adequately on the impossible difficulty, and eventually record the story mode on impossible difficulty, and maybe a quick play, but we'll see about the quick play. Story mode for sure, but I need to get to the point where I can survive the impossible difficulty, because the jump from the challenging difficulty to the impossible difficulty is vast, and it's gonna take me a little while to get there, and I figured might as well just do it on stream. It'll be fun, and it allows me to check out this new overlay I got for my stream real quick that I'm going to be using a couple of times. But right now, while I set stuff up, I will be right back. Just give me 1 sec. I will be right back. You'll hear my chair getting up. I'm going to mute it, and I'll be right back. Okay, cool. Looks like that works out really well. Turn off the be right back. We can start up our game now. Yeah, I decided since I was testing out Impossible to name my character Kim Possible. And then I died. And then I was like, I'm gonna start up again. Wait, maybe I should stream to do this. Let's put in my name. I can't have numbers. Alright. I'll be a dude. I'll be a tall, lanky dude, so that fits me the most. I'm not short and stout. I'm not really built. I'm kinda lanky. I'm not really tall per se, 6 foot or so. We'll make me, as far as the visual goes. If there's a close enough to me in there. There's not really a close to me option. That's probably the closest, but I don't have this huge handlebar mustache or glasses. But that's alright. Which one of these shirts would I be wearing? You know, start of the zombie apocalypse one with some pixels on it, but probably the heaviest coat possible, deep in. And gotta have pockets. Not sure shit wouldn't be wearing sandals. Let's go with these guys. Now, as far as the starting options, this matters a lot towards gameplay. I'm not going to put it towards what I would be, because I think the most likely thing that I would be, I'm not in college, still probably a college student. I haven't done much since getting out of college, unfortunately. But I think the best option is police officers. You need that extra defense, +1 from all guns. I believe applies to everybody. Hobo's good in the long term because then you get capped out at a certain population regardless of how much housing you build, and that 5 extra housing space goes above that cap. I think. Anybody that you have camping goes above the cap. I've learned a lot about this game, I just don't know everything. We're gonna go with police officer. Nat 20 the police officer in my jacket, army pants, pistol, and a grew handlebar mustache for this. Is that really the head I want to go with? Maybe I don't want to go with the one that looks the most like me. I don't like the big handlebar mustache. Ah, whatever. That'll make me feel less bad when I die. Alright, we're going to name this city. What's the city we're gonna be fighting for? It doesn't really matter. Maybe we can throw down a few randoms and get inspired. Seattle. Deadwood. Gotta make it a little more thematic. Deadwood, Deadroll. Now, I can go all the way up to Epic, but I've played on some less difficult difficulties, Epic maps, and they're goddamn ginormous. Now, it might end up being easier, ultimately, playing an Epic map versus Gigantic, because you can still have the max amount of factions on both, but what we're practicing is Gigantic, because Epic is just too damn big. There's not enough going on in this game for it to be that big. You'll get bored. Giant is the way to go. We want rivers. Coastline really doesn't matter because that, regardless of what you do, your city is going to be bound on all 4 edges by something. Coastline makes one of those edges the coast, which means you can get food from it. The other edges are going to be forest or rocks. Maybe not rocks. I haven't seen rocks. I've only seen forest to coast. Let's go with those being the only ones. The coast will allow you to fish for food, whereas the forest will allow you to get materials for building. Could go with smaller places, but I like the option of having all of the factions. I feel like that's the way to play. On the most impossible difficulty, sure. More buildings, we can make it more urban, more rural, more farms, but I also just want that to be. We can turn on the airplane so that there's an option for us to get on an airplane and save a small handful of our survivors, and who answers 5. And be able to load up another scenario with 5 survivors. We're not gonna do that. We're here to stay. We're not gonna die. No. Wrong button. That's fine. Let's get another random seed, and we go. Let's see what we can accomplish. Okay. Got ourselves next to a river to start. That is good. Having a wall to our backs to begin is important. Now when this game begins, it works out similar to like a real-time strategy or like The Sims, where you have game speeds, normal, fast, faster, fastest. And eventually when you get, I'm not entirely sure what mechanic procs this, but eventually it becomes turn-based, where you have too much going on, you're either too big or you have too many people. Instead of it being real-time in the slowest being 15-minute intervals, you end up getting a button that just says go next day. I feel good with this river to our back. I feel good about this. So we're going to rename some of our survivors to feel better about them. David Slack. You're going to be Anchorus, in reference to one of my viewers who gives me a name different than his viewer name as Anchorus to give to characters. Scavenger, you will be Zero, in reference to another one of my viewers that watches and comments a lot and gives me their actual viewer name to give names to things. And you will be Hun, another one of my viewers who really wants me to do a lot more live streams, and unfortunately I can't, and The occasions when I can, because of them being on the other side of the globe, might not work out for them so much. I believe in their time zone right now it's about 4 a.m. And I also don't know exactly what to call them because they've never asked me to name a character for them before, and they've gone by many different names on YouTube. At least 3 that I can think of, but the one that I think of the most is Hun Ryoneer. And I don't know I don't know how to spell Ryoneer because that's not the most recent name. I can't look it up, but we'll go with that for now. And that's not the most current name. The most current name is something more politically interesting, I suppose. Alright, you're going to unequip that pistol. You're going to get over here. You're going to recruit that guy. We're losing 3 food per day, but we could use another person. You're going to get over there and kill that. You're going to help him. Sorry, you're going to equip that gun and kill that. Are you going to help him? You might. You can scavenge. Scavenge out. The color up here helps give you an indicator of how difficult something is going to be. That orange puts us somewhere between 30 and 50, I guess it's 25 and 50%. Whereas this yellow is somewhere between 11 and 25%. So we'll go and scavenge that out real quick. You are my builder. You, at this point in time, in order to make things go well, many of the different buildings have various properties. We're just going to set him somewhere else so that I can show off the properties. This farm produces 1 food per day. This police station gives +10 defense to it and 5 to neighboring buildings, which being my starting 5, pretty helpful, especially since it's going to put me up next to the coast and I'll have my, or next to the river, and I'll have my back against the wall. This place does nothing. It's just a useless office building. This provides 2 housing. This provides 2 housing. So this building is pretty useless, and I'm losing 3 food per day. I could use another farm in order to mitigate that food loss. Especially because my prerogative with my leader is to go and try and recruit more people, which will result in more food loss. So, these are our initial plans. Get another recruit, clear out the bar and take it once it's clear, scavenge out whatever this is, I can't tell, and build a farm. I can just use my keys to go up the speeds. We'll go up to the max. Oh, injury while killing zombies. Anchorage just came crashing into the fort covered in blood, and with a horde of undead hot on his heels. We managed to get the gate closed in time, but he's in rough shape. I suppose that just goes to show you shouldn't wear those squeaky flashy kids shoes when you're out killing zombies. Great. Alright. So when things pop up like that, it's really hard to actually get the pause to proc, but you can still adjust time. So at the very least, I try to adjust time to go down to the minimum so I have control. With him getting hurt and injured, it makes sense for somebody else to be holding the gun. Maybe the person going and trying to recruit somebody to help us. The other option would be our scavenger. At least he killed some zombies and made that place a little more safe before he ended up getting bit. Or not bit, but hurt. I hope you're not bit. Oh, we found a cat. You equip this cat. That cat, Stevens. He's a very special cat. This is so lucky. +1 to everything. Yeah. And pet owner. So usually cats just give a +1 to leadership and pet owner, but +1 to everything is great. Some lucky things are happening this round. We're stabilized on happiness. Everybody is pretty cool with being bummed out. It's day 2 of the zombie-apocalypse. I understand. I feel you guys. Alright, we're about to recruit this guy. Drop him down. Recruitment. The woman I went to recruit at that apartment was so starved her skin was hanging off the bones, but she was chipper about it. cracking jokes about her recent diet and how Weight Watchers could have learned a few things from her. Her name is Moonstone for now. She doesn't have any special skills but says she's flexible, so what job should we give her? Our soldier got hurt. We do not need a builder and engineer right now. That's further down the line. We're good with one builder. We're good with no engineers until we get a workshop or a laboratory. And even then I can have my leader double as one until I can get one. So, I think we need another soldier. Especially because this is impossible mode and we're going to get attacked by mad zombies. Soldier it up. We always need more soldiers. Always. Might be because they keep dying out there. Welcome aboard, Moonstone. Now get out there and kill some Zed. Okay. You are now going to take your gun and cat and take out that bar because we want that place. You are going to help scavenge out here and make that a lot safer. Aw, man. Okay, good. One glitch I've been having a lot is occasionally the controls will get messed up. My camera will just decide one direction of, whoa, that's where we go now. And no matter what I do, it'll just, whoa, that's where we go now. And I have to close out and reload, and I was not looking forward to that. At least it's still giving me the option to save. And I can still load stuff up and save. Go. Speed it up, slow down to half hours, 15-minute intervals, stop. We found fuel. Or you help kill, because even though you're not going to be adding too much there, that'll at least help you get some kill ability. We are hemorrhaging 4 food a day. We need some food. Try to find some food over there, please. Maybe you'll find some equipment or something that can help us out. Speed it along, speed it along. Found materials. 1 food, 1 materials. Your scavenging level gets higher, you'll find more. Okay. You need to claim that place. With you claiming it, you need not. You hold on to kittens. Steven's the cat. Steven's the cat. Allow us to have +1 everything. That's great for our leader who can level up and everything. You are now going to take this gun. It's up to you to clear out part of this place now. Go. Alright, some Zed are massing on the wall. It's sort of close to 2 a.m. They usually attack 24 hours. You built that farm. Good job. You're going to get over here and you're going to build that. So you can sit over here. Defense against those Zed as they roll in here very soon, I bet. Maybe it's not 24 hours. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, you're better. Even though you're level 1, you're going to go in there and deal with them. You're going to come here and make that safer and get better at that. Yes. Okay, we can't hold them off for long. We need a plan. Icarus got clipped in the first wave. We could patch him up with some meds to make sure nobody dies this time. Or we could set off some of our fuel reserves. Nobody likes running through fire. Humor's that. Well, the difference in percentage is 1 to use 3 of our meds. And I don't think Icarus is actually going to get hurt, so I wasn't sure we were going to win that one. But we made it through the day by the skin of our teeth. Alright, good. Alright, Icarus, get in there. You need to come here. I don't expect you to clear that out, but we need to lower the amount of zombies in there. It is orange level zombies, which right now orange level is 31. We can't handle 31 zombies easily. Cause it's early on and we're bad at this. But we'll get there. Slow down. Cop more materials. I didn't miss any equipment. No, just the cat and the gun. How close are you to leveling up? 1.7 scavenger. So I could scavenge any of these question mark spots. They may or may not have anything, but scavenging them is a bit riskier than scavenging anything else. 14% chance of danger. That's not a lot. In impossible mode, you have to take bigger risks than you do in the other modes. I know in normal mode you can go through this without ever having to take a risk greater than 10%. No problem. Alright, those guys got killed. You. Take that. You. See, that is a red death mission. You have a 62% chance of getting hurt from doing that. But if we put both of you in there, that chance reduces down to 17 to the 26 Z that are in there. Oh, Mass Z at about midnight. Alright. Bar's been reclaimed. That's good. Can you do... Wait. Because it's a corner spot, you could attack here or here, but if we go here, we have a less chance of defending these, but a small chance of defending both. 90% danger is what the usual Z come in at, so him standing there is mitigating it by 38. Not perfect. Wait. You build there, and you step there, that puts us down to 38. That's better. Go. Wait. If I pull you out, that becomes a lot more dangerous for you. We got pretty lucky with our initial start having a back to the river. That's one place that the zombies can't attack us from, and that's why I'm trying to expand out this way as quickly as possible. Although this bridge they can still attack us from, unfortunately. A car crash happened. We just spotted a transport helicopter flying above Deadroll's skyline, like some sort of camo-colored angel coming to lift us out of this nightmare. And then it sputtered, spiraled, and came crashing down to Earth, just like all of our dreams. Demolished the game store it landed on, but there might be something to salvage from the crash site, maybe even survivors, and definitely zombies attracted by the noise. Not sure if we should send a scavenger, a leader, a soldier, or all three. Alright, we need ammo really bad. We have a gun, but without ammo it's not going to do us a whole hell of a lot of good. We're going to finish this out. You got food. Great. Salvage the crash. This is a set event that happens in the first couple of weeks every time, so I have a good idea of what's going to happen. A scavenger, though level 1's not going to be particularly helpful, is really what we want over there. Gustav! Can you believe people are still trying to make money these days? This funny little trader named Gustav has parked his heavily armored caravan at the park just outside our walls and has been calling to us on a bullhorn to come over and experience his amazing deals. Maybe we should send someone over to trade with him. He might even have some ramen noodles. It's been so long since I've had any. I miss the sweet, sweet taste of MSG. Alright, stop. Alright, as much as I'd like you guys to do that, you're gonna trade with Gustav. You too. A crash is much less important than this. We're going to scavenge this out because we are starving. We're starving for food. In fact, we're starving so much that you might be a level 1 soldier, but if you farm, farming at level 0 is worth 1 food. Great. Not worth 1 food. We need you to scavenge some food out for us so we don't starve. Okay, you're gonna try to take that place. They're in a frenzy at the wall by our farm. Moonstone got clipped in the first wave. We could patch her up with some meds, make sure nobody dies this time. Or there's a lot of junk around here. We could use our spare building materials to set up a quick barricade. What are we looking at? 19 building materials. I would gladly give 3 to up our chances. Go. The zombies punched straight through our crude walls like they were made of packing peanuts. To be fair, the styrofoam was probably a poor choice of material to use. Moonstone was injured. Great. Alright, well, we can trade with Gustav. You have no food, Gustav! We got this assault rifle, but we have no ammo. A hammer and a bicycle. How much do you want for that, Gustav? Fuel is not the most helpful. We need medicine. Not that bad, but we need medicine. I can't catch both. I can get the hammer if I give up 3 of my medicine or some of my building materials. I'm gonna give up some of my building materials. Get this hammer going. Wish I could catch some other stuff, but I don't have ammo for it. I might have wanted to read that. Okay, you can equip a hammer for +2 building. Get better at that right now. And I can also pass it off to somebody else in the near future for defensive purposes. Okay, the gun is out of ammo, but nobody needs to know that. We'll be safe right here-ish. Leader just does what is most important. Most important is scavenging out that stuff right now. Fuel and food. What? We're getting down medicine. We reclaimed the apartment. Scavenge it out. You need not this hammer. Or you need the hammer, Anchorus, for its +1 defense. Materials. No, we don't. Alright. I'm guessing many of the women Gustav rounded up for his little love caravan would have chosen a different occupation if the world had more opportunities and fewer ravenous undead. But Gustav assures us that no one's there against her will, and that his girls like to make men feel strong. Should we hire him to raise the men's morale? We don't have money for all that. We declined Gustav's offer. These girls looked unclean and unhappy. I don't want to make their lives any worse today than they already are. You're a weird dude, Gustav. I like that you give me food, but you do some questionable things. More zombies coming to kill us over there. Okay. That's still the best position for defending. Okay. Then a frenzy at the wall by our apartments. Anchorus got clipped. Yada yada. We read this one recently. How much fuel and medicine do we have? 7 medicine, 6 fuel. Heal Anchorus and have him go buck wild. We gave Anchorus some pills that I'm pretty sure were painkillers and bound his arm in a splint. He used his bandaged arm as a club to beat the zombie senseless. Then said he felt better than he had in years and went right back to work. Those must have been some good pills, whatever they were. Alright, good job, good job. Managed to defend off that horde. I believe we continue on here and wait for more things to happen. We found a hammer. Okay. Now we have 2. You can have the spare hammer and we don't have to keep passing it back and forth. We're being attacked from over here. The suburb wall isn't going to hold. We have to do something. We could set off some of our fuel reserves. Nobody likes running through fire. Human or Zed. It's a 7% increase for 3 of our fuel. That's half our fuel. 5% for 3 fuel. Not worth it. I'll roll my dice. Wasn't sure we were going to win that one, but we made it through the day by the skin of our teeth. Hooray! 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 Okay. Continue onward. With our back up against this wall, we very well might survive and stabilize. You're healed up. Get in there. You defend there accurately. You defend there accurately. This is okay. For now. Okay, we found medicine. That was a hospital after all. So here's the question. This is green. I could just send you in to finish it out, and then we take it. We're gonna. Having a hospital is pretty darn important. Especially when people are gonna get as injured as they are in this impossible difficulty. Fuel, found materials. We need food. We can't hold them off for long. We need a plan. We could defend these walls to our dying breaths. They'd have a hard time making it past us and would have to do it over our dead bodies. Or we could take risks to defend the building. Somebody might get hurt, but our walls and supplies are worth the added danger. Where are we getting attacked at? They're attacking us at that suburb there. We don't need a suburb all that bad. Defend our dying breaths, a 13% chance something bad would happen, but that bad thing would likely be death. Take risks to protect the building. Dying breaths. We dug in our heels and became a wall of meat and resolve. Not a single attack made it past us, and we did not get injured at all. Good. Step there. You have a 12%. If I have you go over here, you're still at 24. That's not bad. It's not bad. We need somebody to start clearing out the zombies over here a little bit. That puts you at a risk. But somebody's got to do it. We can't have all those aims right there. Okay. Materials and fuel. You have a hammer. It's not great. It'll do you some good. A scavenger. Risky business. That's still green for you. Why is that so green? With it taking 15-minute increments going up so high, I'm betting that you're not going to find anything and this is just a scout. But that's okay. Starvation! We need food! Zero claps on the job today and is going to take a few days off for some bed rest. I'm worried. How is she ever going to get her strength back if we can't feed her? Stop. Who's zero? I'm a scavenger. Fine. Okay. Bed rested up. We can manage. We've got our other plans at foot. You. Take that hospital. You. Defend. Yeah. We need food. We need food so bad. Okay. The apartment wall isn't going to hold. We have to do something. We could set off some of our fuel reserves. Nobody likes shooting through fire. Human or Zed. 27%. 3 fuel will drop it down 15%. Fuel doesn't have that many uses. I will use the fuel to make this more successful. Good. Good, good, good. Right, maybe you can handle there. Still makes you a little bit vulnerable, but that's okay. We only have 5 of 8 survivors. So we don't need all of this living space. I don't particularly want to bust down the bar because we could use it for happiness later. You help him out clearing that out, then we're going to take it and actually make it a farm. This might be difficult, but it is pretty easy to just stay alive. In the impossible mode that I played before, I did get to day 150, though I didn't progress very far. Still alive. Defenders handle it. I wasn't sure we were going to win that one, but it looks like God, or whatever probability influencing deity and or event you prefer, was smiling on us. Good. Right, you can sit there and try to get better at sitting there. We're out of bullets. That's lovely. Love being out of bullets. My guns don't do anything. Han Ryan here is very sick. We think it's some sort of food poisoning. Shoot. Yeah, I don't like the fact that you're out there with a 61% chance of death. Ah! Yep, there it is. There's the glitch I described. Alright, save. Nat 20 impossible practice. Save. Ba-doop. Be right back up in a sec. Something just went full screen. What? I didn't hit to go into big picture mode, you jerk. I don't want to be in big picture mode. I just won't play the game. I don't know how I got to big picture mode. I just hit play and then was impatient, hit play again, resulting in big picture mode. Alright, back into the game. Back into our scenario where everything is fucked. You have a percentage of 61 of getting real messed up here. And aside from just letting these two run rampant, I don't know how to help you. Let's think of what? You don't have ammo for that pistol to help out much, and you already have a hammer. Good luck. Maybe the answer is stop having you attack there. We have no food. We need to fix our food situation so bad. Gustav, usually you offer me a loan. Where's your loan, bro? Help him out. Help him. Fine. You're back. Stop being injured. There's gotta be food. Freaking McDonald's. It's a gimme square because the churches pretty much have nothing. They usually have a survivor who's pretty well secured. It's another church. Alright, we got a lab down here, which is one of the things that we want to find and absorb into our city sooner than later, but it's not going to be easy getting that far out. We're going to have to risk, whichever one of these is less risky. 26% chance versus 33. Go scout out that, oh, hold on. This is an office. We absolutely need a McDonald's. I thought they were both restaurant-y places. Shoot. Oh yeah, okay. Cleared out over there. Let's take it. You can sit there and help everybody out. Actually, you can sit there. You can make that more safe. Make that journey safer with your defensive abilities. Maybe scavenging out some of this food won't completely murder you, because I really don't want to keep going into starvation. Gustav! Give me the loan, man! I know you offer me a 30 food loan, or 20 food loan, and you'll take interest on it, and you'll collect eventually, but I need help stabilizing, man. Give me the loan. This ain't going well for me. No, don't leave me. No, give me the loan. Okay, you came a little closer. Alright, put this down. Blood and ice cream. A pair of guys showed up at our gates today. One, a hefty guy with a shotgun on his back. The other, a wiry, balding guy with a cricket bat. They said they were a couple of former cops who'd taken to traveling the world after it ended, killing Zed and meeting interesting folks along the way. They cracked jokes like there was nothing wrong out there. No apocalypse, no end of the world. It was refreshing. They said they'd kill for one of those pre-packaged ice cream cones if we had any. Was that a joke too? We can offer them beer? Or if we had an 812, ha 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 ha, I get it. We could offer them ice cream like they asked. Or we could give them water. We don't have that, but we do have a bar. Give them some beer. We took them to the bar and spent the night pounding back pint after pint of homebrew. I made myself sick trying to keep up with them. But it was worth it to forget things for a while and just have a laugh with some friendly guys like the old days. They were gone by the time I woke up. It was afternoon, admittedly. Looks like they killed a bunch of zombies around our walls when they went. Thanks, strangers. Actually, thanks. Killing a bunch of zombies around our walls helps us out a lot. This just went down to green difficulty, making it negligible. Green is less than 10. Yellow is between 10 and 25. Still pretty easy to hit. Oh, I mean, part of it might be you standing there. Still, down to 14. You take that. I'm going to build that out. Leader. Alright, if he's not going to offer us a legitimate deal, we need to go trade. We have medicine. We do not have food. You starve. Please tell me you have food, Gustav. We found 4 food. We don't starve for a day. Ha-ha! One day of non-starvation. Alright, trade. Why don't you have food, Gustav? Alright, a crowbar's pretty good. 6 medicine, 2 fuel, a crowbar. You drive a hard bargain, Gustav. Hard bargain. Alright, you take that crowbar. Crowbar gives +1 defense to scavenging. The scavenger can use it. Okay, now you're here. We got our backs up against the river. That's good. Hemorrhaging food so much. Getting another person in our group seems a little silly. 5-8. Nowhere do we have is completely useless. So wherever I gave up would have to cost. Let's pull you out of this. Now that you have that crowbar, your danger level 17. Versus with you there, it goes down to 6. Alright, you're worth it. You're worth it bringing it down to a 6. Is that full representing your defense? Yeah. Alright. You stand there. Give me a good look at that. We will try to get another recruit, even though our food situation is terrible. So more people is more work, and more work is more chances of fixing our situation. And I'm still hopeful Gustav will give us that loan, because he's given it to me in my trial run of Impossible before. It means it's not just something that happens on the easier difficulties. You found 5 food out there, good job. I was right to send you that McDonald's offshoot. Where would you like to go now? We do want to take that engineering laboratory plant into our place so that we can start doing research and going down the research tree and getting more powerful things. But before that, what we need is schools have a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna act tough. You need both of you to make it super safe. That's fine. Alright, we'll bump up the speed. You're close to finishing this wall. Whoa, you were closer to scouting that out. What? I ain't seen that before. Every time I've scouted out a church, somebody's hiding out in it. Oh wait, does that mean we can take this place for free? Shit, yeah it does. Alright, you need to attack before we take it, because that would change the point of your attacking and make me sad. You just claim that graveyard. Make that graveyard a dang old farm. We need food, man. Make it a farm, yo. I hope you guys find some food in that hospital or that school. Being attacked over there, it'll be okay. You're defending the fort. 14%, you got this. I wasn't sure we were going to win that one, but it looks like God was on our side. Or whatever you want to call him. Is essentially the way that works. Look at you. Now you're my only one that I need to defend. I'm going to get up in your face. Oh no, the zombies are getting more powerful over there. Cool, 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 cool. We found more materials. It's not food. You're supposed to find food at the school. What do they feed these kids? Cardboard? It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Storeroom. Can have just about it. Before I commit to that, a bar. Bar has a higher potential of good stuff. Bars have food. Bars have weapons. Go. Scavenging policy. We've all been there. You've ransacked a deserted house and already found more than you can carry. You're about to leave when you hear something bumping around in the garage. Could there be anything in there? Bicycles? Chainsaws? Maybe even a rifle. But is it worth the chance? How much risk should our scavengers take? I think that our scavengers should risk and reward. Nothing changes from this policy. Get the easy stuff and get out. Scavenging is easier, but less stuff from scavenging. Scavenge everything. Scavenging is harder, but more from scavenging. With no risk comes no reward. We can always change our policy later, but for right now, we scavenge everything. We're gonna have to kill every one of these zombies eventually, so there's no point in having our scavengers shy away from them. They'll take everything they can find, even if they have to take it off the corpse of a corpse. We can change the policy later. Buy more stuff, but take longer doing it. Alright, how long are you gonna be out there now? This is gonna take you 4 more days. Alright. 4 more days out there, scavenging the waste. Alright, you got materials and food. We need food by a large margin. We need food. Fuel and food. Yes, keep finding this food. Alright, we built the farm. Found more food. Now we're only hemorrhaging 2 food a day. Get over here. And you. Stand there. I don't like having anything next to us unscouted. God, I don't like it. Anything could happen there. We don't know. We're fog of warning. Oh shit. Step back. Defend there. We reclaim that church. Right here. You take that over. You defend there. Oh shoot. Yeah, because we took that church before we attacked. Somebody needs to defend there. We're just gonna take that church back. Got another bridge over here. That's fine. You guys found more materials and food. 36 materials, no ammo. I want you guys to scavenge one of these good places. You can do that safely without anybody. You are not a scavenger, but you still only have an 11% difficulty from doing it there. So that's fine. You might get less out of it, but you will show me what's going on. Workshop up here. That's helpful to know about. I can take this 4x4 location and have a workshop, expand it to a 4x5 and have a laboratory. So, what's your plan? Scavenge with her to help it out. Ow. Can you help that out? Fine. We can't be attacked by that zombie mouse. Got some ammunition and some food. We got enough food for 3 days. Look at us. The day laborers. There are 3 men at the gates asking for our help. One of them is limping, holding a bloody rag to his neck. But he won't let us look at the wound. We want to patch him up with some of our medicine and stay the night. In exchange, they'll teach us a few things about construction. These are quiet, honest-looking men, but I suspect the one with the wound has been bitten. Should we help him? So, this is a story event, essentially saying, yo, you've taken too long to do researching. We're going to give you the most basic of researching if you let them stay. But also, we're going to take ammo because one of them's bitten. He's going to become a zombie. I don't know what happens if I turn him away. But if I let him stay, I lose all my ammo. I lose some medicine, but I do learn something off of my research tree that I haven't been able to get to because I don't have a laboratory. The 2 healthy ones, Rory and Diego, gave us some advice on putting up basic buildings the old-fashioned way without modern power tools. We should be able to build bars, churches, workshops, and laboratories now. During the night, I woke to screams and gunfire as their friend had quietly died and returned to attack them. I hadn't put them down before anyone was hurt, but it cost us valuable ammunition. The remaining 2 left. That'll work. That's crazy, because each one of these isn't 1 bullet, it's 1 box of ammo. And the idea that one zombie took 2 boxes of ammo to take down is absurd. Absurd! Also, he should have stayed with us. Sheesh. Sheesh. We need that. You have that on lockdown. 37. You being here changes that to a sand. So there. Let's make that more defended. We'll work our way on to trying to claim a good portion of this land for ourselves. Speeding it up. Ammunition. More zombies. Alright, good. They're in a frenzy at the wall by our apartment. We could order everyone to retreat. We'd be more likely to lose the building, but at least nobody get hurt. Or we could defend these walls to our dying breaths. They'd have a hard time making it past us and would have to do so over our dead bodies. Let our defenders handle it is 16. Order everyone to retreat and be safe is 26. Or dying breaths is 5. Now, I know I'm sure shit gonna be remiss the time that dying breaths does lead to somebody's death, but we dug our heels and became a wall of meat and resolve. Not a single attacker made it past us. Suckers. We got supplies. Someone lives there. Just let you know. Alright. We're hemorrhaging food, but we have a small stockpile of it. You stay there to defend everybody. You go in there to get help. You. Am I missing? Am I forgetting about equipment? Not yet. We need you to... This is actually pretty damn safe. And we need the food. Go do that. Our likelihood of you successfully defending is high. Wait, what are you doing over here? Just hang out and defend there, I guess. For now. I want to make sure that we successfully defend these places. You're finding food. Important. We might not be stabilizing just yet, but we are finding enough food for everything to be okay. Hun was out picking cabbages when one of the heads tried to take a bite out of him. Looked like the zombies have found some tunnels that take right under our farms. We can possibly collapse the tunnels the zombies are using, but it might destroy them in the process. Might destroy the farm in the process. Collapse the tunnels, we'll destroy the farm and be safe. I've got to admit, the squishy sound of those Zed buried in our tunnels was satisfying. Unfortunately, our farm is filled with rocks and rubble. Lumpy and uneven earth now. We will need to plow it back into a farm before we can start planting. Great. Alright. So we lost one of our farms. It puts our food down. But we can take you over here and build it right back up. Recruitment. You could hear 2 fighting from block away. Blah blah blah. If I have to listen to y'all snoring for one more night, God, I'll... roommates. Good news is they both want to join us. Bad news is each refuses to come if the other will be there. So we can pick the scavenger or the engineer. If we add level 4 leadership, we can take both. Should be pretty helpful, but we have no reason to take an engineer with us at this time. Sorry, Jen. We're taking 7. 7 did jumping jacks and a victory dance that involved sticking his butt in Jen's face. Jens was furious at me for not choosing him and declared he was going to go start his own fort somewhere in a better city that wasn't so full of idiots. Wished him good luck. Alright, you. Hold on. You go somewhere else, because we're going to farm and help mitigate our food costs by farming for now. What are your chances here? 22% versus 20. I'll take that extra 2 for the higher likelihood of good things happening there. You, Gustav, trade with me, bud. Things will be cool. We'll make a friendship that lasts forever. We caught sight of some figures moving around one of the subway entrances nearby. They looked kind of slow and sick, but didn't move like zombies. They disappeared when they saw us, and we didn't have much luck finding out more. They've surrounded the entrance with a maze of old junk and warning signals. We could investigate further, or maybe just avoid that area. Trade with Gustav. Gustav jumped around from the lead truck and shook my hand vigorously in both of his. It's good day for deal, he shouted, then clapped a meaty hand around my shoulder. Come, I show you what I find. Many good things for you. Alright, no food, no ammo, A submachine gun that he'd be willing to part for 40 value. Some binocs. A radio. Alright, radio and binocs are pretty good. 24 is what you want out of us for all this though. Fuel. If I give you all my fuel, that's 10. Give up the radio. Just take the Nox. 4 fuel for a Nox. Alright. Alright. 4 fuel for a Nox. What are we going to do with this Nox? You are going to equip the Nox to add to my scavenging skill. That makes your farming a little bit better by 0.3. Which might be enough. Probably not. You finished your trade. What do you do now? You become the defender and you attack over there. There we go. Go. Found ammunition, food, supplies. Good job. Go scavenge there. No! No. It's always hard when one of our own get turned. But our scouts caught sight of Anchoris's corpse shambling through the wastes this morning. His guts were hanging out and dragging along the ground, but it was definitely him. Not sure it happened on that last killing zombies mission of his, but it doesn't look like it ended well. No, Anchoris. Alright, Moonstone, you're the new Anchoris. Go. We're in a frenzy at the wall. There's a lot of junk around here. We could use our spare materials to set up a quick barricade or hire some mercenaries. We lost Anchoris, so we're losing less food, but we got a ton of materials. So build the barricade. With enough duct tape and rusty nails, anything could be a barrier. They tore it all to shreds, but it gave us enough time to get around for a better angle at that. Fuel, danger Z, blah 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 blah. Alright. Okay. Let's check this out. You are going to take 1.1 days. If I add you, how much is it? 0.7, so you almost... Yeah. Okay, you're going to be the scavenging team. We're losing 3 food a day. Fuel and food, good. Scavenge. Go get all that. We got another farm happening. That's good. We got a bar at a church which we'll want to hang on to for happiness purposes. You reduced 9%. How many zombies do we have in this location? Are we allowed to know anymore? Is it too late now to know? So you can look here and say, oh, there's 38 zombies there. Oh, there's 34 zombies there. Oh, there's 11 zombies there. You'll make that trip safe. Okay. Anything you can equip. you have the hammer. That doesn't affect anything. Okay. This will be okay. You found fuel over there. That lessens it a lot. You are going to go on these missions by yourself for right now. Mark it over here. Take that for yellow. What does that give you? 24% chance of dying. Andrew. You. Alright, frenzy at our wall. We could try distracting them with food or mercenary. Either one's 5. I have 16 food and I'm losing food. Well, hire mercenaries. Gustav's mercenaries made short work of the zombies and we paid them well. It's a little suspicious that they happen to be there at the right time. Let's be just thankful that we're alive. Bunny Wunnies! I was out killing zombies when we found an abandoned pet store. The only survivor was a family of rabbits who had obviously figured out where the owners had kept the stacks of food. And done a fine job of keeping themselves fed and multiplying very quickly in the last 44 days. What should we do? Eat them! We're so hungry. Eat them all. Usually I keep half and half to do some happiness mitigation, but rabbit stew for everyone. Such a lean meat, low in fat, cholesterol, high in protein. This should keep us going for a while. We didn't manage to catch all of them, so there's still some of our little guys out there to keep breeding. Damn, 1 hour I'm late. Hey Zero, what's up? You just found us finding bunny rabbits to keep us from starving, and the character I named after you is still alive. Which I can't say for everyone. Poor Anchorus. But you're out scavenging trying to keep us fed, and you went and found us some bunny rabbits and made sure that we have enough food for at least, what, 15 days? Unless we increase the amount of people we got. 15 days of food. Ooh, you found some binoculars. Equip binoculars onto... You have a crowbar already. Okay. Don't nobody need those binoculars. Fine. They can just sit in the back. Be useless. You proclaim. You defend against those zombies. And you, weak scavenger, are going to... What is our food at? We're losing 2 food a day. If I have you farm, that puts us down to losing half of food a day. Half of food a day is pretty damn manageable. Hunting, yeah, you're a master of it. Scavenging specifically, though. Hunting is in this game and it goes off of your scavenger skill, so you would be also the best hunter in the group as well, if I had any interest in doing any hunting. This game is a zombie survival game, kind of in the vein of Civilization, though not quite as complex. You have various characters of 4 classes. Green is builder. They're going to go around and change what the properties of the buildings do or expand our fort. Yellow is scavenger. They're the ones who get us resources, whether it be by going out into the world and scavenging them in danger, or staying behind and farming, or hunting in land that we've already gathered that allows for such. Red is for soldiers, who are our main combatants against the enemies and raiders of the zombie lands. And though I don't have any specifically, blue, I said 4, didn't I? There's 5 classes. Blue is the leader, who is for increasing the happiness of the group and recruiting others to the group and performing trades with other factions. And engineering, which is about building materials to help us survive in the zompocalypse and researching further ways of surviving. Unfortunately, I have no engineers, but that's not the biggest deal, because when you have an engineer, you really need a laboratory, because that's what allows you to go down this research tree, to which we got construction from a random event, so we can build other stuff if we need. And if we really started getting sick of trying to get this laboratory, we could build our own. We got you building that up. You're scavenging that. You're defending against that zombie. You're set in a position to defend against those two. You're farming out so that we don't lose very much money. Nobody's out shooting zombies, so us only having 3 boxes of ammo isn't the worst. We have base. Everything that you see here that is like essentially doesn't have a question mark on it or doesn't have some sort of coloring highlight over it is our base. The exception being like this square, as we're trying to build that into our base. The coloring over a space indicates the level of zombies on it. Green, not very many. Yellow, more. Orange, even more. Red, so many you can't even deal. And then some of the squares, although I don't have many on them, will have either a box or an apple on them, indicating that there is materials or food in them that could be scavenged out. And that's what your job is. You're our main scavenger. No, more zombies! Ah, we're being attacked by one of our masses of zombies. Okay, we can't hold them off for long. We need a plan. We could try distracting the Zed with some of our food stores. Alright, we have 36 food after everything we've done. So 5 food to lower the danger here, 10%. Might be pretty worthwhile. Yeah, I'm going for it. 5 food for 10%. We threw a case of beef jerky over the wall with those ravenous Zed. I'm sure they'd rather gnawing on our skulls, but we're curious enough to investigate. It was enough of a distraction to let us take them out. Good. We did not die. No death for us. So we still got these 2 people being blocked by you, this being blocked by you, fine. One of the things that Civilization and other games of the like have that I wish this had was the ability of just all of your people have something to do right now. You don't need to worry. Those games sort of put you in a pause scenario when you have like even a worker as an option. Backed up sewers. Have you seen the muck that comes out of a sewer drain when it hasn't been serviced for months and then decides to flood? It almost makes a zombie's face pretty by comparison. With all the water in the streets, our scavengers are going to have a rough time keeping out of the Zed's way, finding anything useful until things dry up. Scavenging takes longer for 7 days. That's a bummer. All of your events to scavenge take longer. But you only have 0.3 days before you finish out scavenging that place, so that's good. And then we'll have it scouted. We're using you for dual purpose, Zero. You are both our scavenger and our scouter. Though it puts more risk to you, it allows you to be much more useful. And I just really hope you don't die out there while being the most useful person in our group. Okay, we scavenged for supplies. There's a survivor there. Now we have room for survivors. Turn the music down. Let's do so. Weird cough to indicate music down. Play a song. Alright, I turn the music down a little bit. Hopefully that makes it more audible. Clicking out of it to do any sort of adjustments turns it off. It should be back on now, but to about 40% less loud is what I went with. So hopefully the levels are better. Okay, everybody's in the positions I need them to be in. Go. Yes, be attacked over there. Defend. They'll be through any minute now. We can tell our guys to fire at anything that moves. We'll use up ammo faster, but that means our shots require more hits. We have 3 ammo left. If we use the rest of our ammo, we can get a 10% better chance of this not going poorly. The rest of our ammo, you say? 10% use. Ammo's pretty easy to come by. That's the last of my ammo, and that means that me trying to clear out zombies with any sort of guns isn't going to work out as well. But is that okay? You'd be the one to use the guns anyway, so let's say that you're using the ammo to keep yourself alive. Good luck, 27%! Go! Our ammo stores are a bit lighter, I mean completely depleted, but you lived! With no ammo. But you lived! That 3 goes down to 6 because your gun has no ammo, so it doesn't add anything. Oh, go and help defend over here while you're not being very good. Right, you finished your scouting mission a while ago. We've just wasted your potential, haven't we? Or shall we scout? What is the likelihood of you getting hurt there? 23%. 1839 against the base, and your percentage is still, it's 11. Once we get that added person who can fight off the zombies for you. Wait. Put that in, and it becomes green, which is less than 10. Pull you out. If we just put in both our scavengers, it's 13. I don't mind you giving up farming to make this happen a little safer. Scavenge that out. What's in the warehouse? Found a nail board in the warehouse. Okay. It's normally not extremely effective, but considering that you don't have anything, why don't you take the pistol that's out of ammo, and you, being my 24-hour warrior, will take this nail board to hit dudes in the head. Big farm over there. Alright, instead of farming, you're going to scout out over there and tell me what's going on. You are going to get me everything out of that workshop, which is likely going to be ammo. Give me some ammo out of that workshop. I'd like to fire my guns at these zombies. More zombies mass at the church I have down there. On that note, if the zombies break through successfully, what happens is the location that they break through on will become ransacked. We will lose possession of that location, and it'll be sad, but not the worst. If we lose possession of that church, I'm not entirely concerned. It's not good, but I'm not entirely concerned. We got ourselves this workshop. Alrighty. Let's change up our plans a little bit. You make us bullets. It takes you 3 days to make bullets. Okay. Okay. You farm. We're losing 2 food a day still. You guys have a good defense against all 3 of those. If I pull you, nobody really cares. You go down to 67, which isn't great, but is something. You have a gun, but no ammo. It doesn't matter. I didn't want to defend there. I wanted to farm there. To put this down to, okay, if you farm there, we're not really losing food anymore. We're essentially stabilized. It's 12 if you're there, and 23 if you're not. Fine. Go there. Reduce the damage a little bit. Defend Moonstone. Zed are swarming our hospital. We could take some of them out with our fuel reserves. Nobody likes running through fire. Human or Zed. Our moonstone is raring to go, but our nail board looks like it's going to break. We could sacrifice our nail board. Nail board is a little bit more useful than that tons of fuel that we have that doesn't do much, although it would increase our chances by a lot. Light up the fuel. Our wall of flames worked like a charm, of course. Now the whole fort smells like burnt sausages. We've defeated you and your problems and acquired more fuel in the process. So, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, what do we want at this point in time? You scavenge that out for free, which might mean that it's empty, but still, that's fine. We need to start scouting out around us and figuring out what our plans are long term. Have we stabilized? Not exactly, but we're pretty good. Things are falling apart. As much as I would like to claim that the chunk of wall falling off and crushing those Zed that were trying to force their way through was intentional, it's fairly obvious the section of the wall was falling apart long before they got there. If we want to keep the Zed out of our church, we're going to need to do some repair work fast. A really good builder might be able to fix the wall we've currently got, but it would be easier if we use some of our precious building materials to put together a new one. I do not have a skilled builder, but I do have extra materials, so new wall it is. We managed to finish getting the new wall up just as the old one caved in. I'll admit, it was almost worth it to see the look on those Zed's faces as they tore through, breaching, only to come face to face with a second wall blocking their path. This one made up of 2x4s, barbed wire, and duct tape. Well, you're defending there, and without you defending there, you just lose. You're sitting there making us bullets. It takes you a while. But those bullets will give us options. We've got our back to the water. What we really want to do now that we have our back to the water is corner to the water. Oh man, we also have somebody over there. We have the Luddies. The vegetarian, vegan, sort of hippie type people in this game. That's cool. I like the Luddies faction. Their ideologies do not conflict with mine in a way that results in me needing to kill them. I might not want to be living the same lifestyle that they do, but their lifestyle does not impose on mine and allows us to live together in harmony. Quite good neighbors to have. Alright. Keep scouting. We gotta figure out what's going on right now. Maybe scouting's not costing us too much food. Zero can scavenge the food that we need. Why don't you check the other side of the bridges? So I could, but the thing I'm most worried about right now is I need to stabilize against the zombies. Right now, the zombies are kicking my asses. Or, kicking my ass. So I need to figure out a way to stabilize against them. One of the best ways to stabilize against them is finding a place that you can put the back of your fort to. Say a river, a forest, or even an ocean. So once I found the river, what's on the other side of the river doesn't concern me as much as the things on the side of the river I'm on. Rhyme Monster? Yo, Nat 20. Hey, what's going on? We're just playing some Rebuild 3. Gangs of Deadsville. On Impossible mode, trying to figure out what we need to do to survive it, because Impossible mode is significantly more challenging than the difficulty below it, challenging mode. I actually looked into the back end of coding and found that the numbers, for instance, one of these nodes in challenging maxes out at 150 zombies. In Impossible mode, it maxes out at just below 10,000 zombies. So it becomes something that you can't just become more powerful than 150 zombies and let things go. You constantly have to be dealing with it. That means the map is really that big. This map is pretty big. When I generated the map, I went with huge, which is one step smaller than the largest map that you can go with. And when I played the largest map by myself with 11 other factions, which is the max amount of factions, there was so much space and we were so spread out that it was just too much. So you're allowed to have the max number of factions with huge, and that cuts the space in about half. So still, the map's going to be pretty darn big. I don't know exactly how big it's going to be. I'd say about half the map. What's the goal of the game? So the goal of the game is step A, get to a point where you are consistently surviving against the zombies. Right now, I'm questionably surviving against the zombies. Through good strategy and successful dice rolls, I am alive. Step 2, if you look over here, there's another faction. These guys are the Luddies. They're the vegetarians. We'll meet them soon, but we can see a portion of their fort right there. There are 11 of these other factions. So step 2 is to either eliminate or befriend all other factions. I don't know if there's a step 3 because I've never done that, although I do imagine that the game's not over if there's still zombies on the board, and the game's only over once you've either eliminated or allied all other factions and gotten rid of all zombie threat within the city. But I could be mistaken on that second point. Right now we're trying to see if we can survive on the hardest difficulty level, since even the notch below is incredibly too easy for my satisfaction. And impossible seems to be the difficulty that I want. This is not easy, but I'm doing okay. I went from my initial 5 spaces to I've got a good 11 right now, but my population is still kind of low, and I'd like to work on that, but I'm not producing enough food to really increase my population, so one step at a time. Right now I'm using this scout, or this scavenger that's a low level, to scout out further so that I can figure out exactly what my plan is going to be, because I either need to figure out whether I'm going to expand north or south, and I'd like to expand whichever way has a river or an ocean or a forest that I can put my back to and essentially just develop a place where the only area that I'm going to be attacked by zombies is these bridges rather. Alright, we're going to be attacked by these zombies, but it's a yellow difficulty. They're in a frenzy at the wall by our farm. Moonstone is raring to go, but our nail board looks like it's going to break. We could sacrifice it to try to turn the tide. 18% danger. Or I can increase my chances by 13% by sacrificing my nail board. My nail board provides 2 defense. That would push her down to 3. Nail board's not especially helpful, but at this level in the game, we kind of need it because we don't have that many pieces of equipment to begin with. So a board with nails in it is sort of our saving grace. 13% to hold on to it. Risk! It was a rough fight. There were no match for our moxie. Having them charge our gun placements didn't hurt either. Nice. We get to keep our nail board. We get to keep our people. We survive. Lastly is you over here, so we can have you defend against that. And then there's this massive zombies, which I can't do a whole heck of a lot about right now, because I don't have enough people to defend that many points of my fort. At least not enough skilled combatants. You successfully made 3 boxes of bullets. Good. That'll help a little. Okay, now I want you to trade with Gustav. Can you trade with Gustav before we get attacked? Because I'd like you to be back for the defense too. The Granville Riffs. We ran into some martial artists today called the Granville Riffs. It's likely they walked straight out of the 70s kung fu movie with those yellow and black pajamas, but it's tough to be critical of anyone that heavily armored. Those weapons aren't just for show. While we were chatting, a zombie wandered over in one of those rifts, stick his clawed glove thing into the zombie's head, and tore it clean off. They said we've got any serious business with them, we can find them nearby. That's unfortunate. They're right down to the south of us. Well, fortunately unfortunate. The good news, them being down here, is they're gonna stop zombies down here from coming up towards us. Bad news, that's one less location towards the edge that we can try to work our way towards. We might end up in a situation in which we're blocked in by our opponents and just have to take as much land as we can as quickly as we can. So learning that to the south is the rifts, I'll start looking towards the north. But at the very least, we have the Luddies, who are the vegetarians. Every one of the groups kind of follows a stereotype or a grouping of some sort. So we got the vegetarians and the martial artists, the Luddies and the rifts. Let's see what we can possibly find up here. Finish this trade with Gustav. Gustav jumped down from the lead truck and said the same exact thing he said last time. He still doesn't have any food. Okay, but shotguns 24, chainsaw, and all his ammo. So, if we want all of these things, it'll cost me all of my fuel and a good large portion of my materials, unless I want to go with food, but I'm losing food, so I don't want to go with food. So we give up ammo, because we can produce our own ammo or find our own ammo. And we give him all of our fuel and 10 materials for a chainsaw and a gun. Seems like a poor plan. Alright, get rid of the chainsaw, get rid of the gun. Or get rid of the fuel. Wait. 2 defense, 1 build. Shoot. I don't know if I want any of his stuff. Chainsaw and shotgun are helpful, but not right now, and he'll have them later when I trade with him because of it. So let's try to take his ammo for materials. 14 materials for 9 ammo. Not quite. Let's get fuel in there. 7 fuel for 9 ammo. Done. Done and done. Give me that. Where are we putting our leader now? Our leader is going to go over and, oh yeah, defend over here so that we don't just get eaten. Who's doing anything useful at the moment? You scavenging. Everybody else is healing. Then we got you scouting. Oh, slow rolling, but we should be able to stabilize and take over eventually. Found medicine over there. Okay. Food hemorrhaging isn't a lot. Somehow, we have everything set that everybody's gaining happiness. Somehow. Ah, well. I'm gonna take you and scavenge out somewhere else. You scavenge out that firehouse in 4 days at 33% danger. No, not worth it. I was thinking about maybe adding somebody else to the group and making that a little more successful. Scavenging our lab that we can't take anytime soon. 26. With this place, that'd give you a good vantage point. No. What's going on? Are you equipped with the best that you can be equipped with? You have the crowbar, and you're not one of the people that gets a weapon right now. Might not be anything in there, but that is probably our safest place to scavenge at 70%. So go. You scavenge out this way. Looks like north is going to have a lot of opportunities for expansion. We need more people. We just do. You have a 90% chance of attacking, a 73% chance of attacking. Ah, you're up there, so we need to put you here so that you can defend half against both. And we don't even have the best chance of defending against you. Not a good chance at all. Alright. If we lose portions of our town, we can still recover. That's the thing to remember. Oh, jeez. Alright, how bad is it going to be? 73% chance of something bad happening. Alright, we lost the church. It's a violent world out there, and nothing pushes that fact home like being trapped between the Zed and all those angry gangs looking for blood. We lost the church. That's unfortunate, but acceptable. An acceptable loss. Onward. Materials. Okay. You're done checking that out. You spotted resources. There's another river up here. Alright. Huh. So, it's funny that you're being represented as a girl. Yeah, I don't really pay too much to gender in this game, because gender doesn't mean much of anything except when you're dealing with certain factions and certain policies that are like, can women be guards? Hell yeah, they can. Then the feminists like you, and the Christians don't. But, yeah, so I threw you on the class that I felt would be best. And we also had one other person that was named, but before you came and joined us, where are they at? We had one more person, Anchorus, but he already died. He dead. People can freely move around and everywhere just like that. Pretty much, I can move characters to any place that I can see and have them do an action. Distance from fort makes actions less successful, like the scavenge over here is very dark orange. Maybe we'd have to go into specific percentages. Scavenge over here is 35 versus if I go over here it's 36. It's not a huge difference, which doesn't prove my point so much, but does tell me that the edge is near over here. So north is where we want to go if we're heading towards the edge, because zombies start to clear out as you're getting towards the edge of the map. And so if we're getting that far and it's just as scary as where we are, we ended up spawning as we're getting towards rural and farmlands. Yeah, we must have spawned in the middle of the city. But people can move around relatively freely based on where I put them. I should have done that. Recruit. One's closer. You defend there. You... What are the odds now? Your defense is worthless. Why is your defense nothing? You have 1 defend. It shouldn't be completely worthless. It might not be very good. Our other option is that we can start moving towards south, befriend the rifts, and just put our walls up to the rifts' walls and live that way as buddies with the rifts. Which I'm not entirely against. The rifts are pretty cool dudes. But aside from figuring out what we're going to do later, we need to figure out what we're going to do now. We're going to be attacked on way too many sides. You are literally doing nothing to help our defenses. So, Zero, we'll have you go out and do something else. Both of you are going to attack this, which, as much as I don't want to lose it, is probably one of the least useful areas in my camp. Don't let you die. Remember, big titles are important. Scavenging is important. Yeah, scavenging at the beginning of the game, scavenging is the most important. You have the best, and you have the biggest job right now. If we do ever end up stabilizing and get to like late game, scavenging becomes least important, as I'll probably delegate you. Well, being our first scavenger, you'll probably be part of one of our scavenging teams, but if we do ever end up getting to late game, new scavengers just become farmers. And we'll take our high level scavengers and actually go out and do stuff. There's a farm here. That had a green, but it was a church, which means I pretty much know that it's going to be empty. Yeah, here might come your grave, as we can't send you anywhere that is easy. Alright, let's start scavenging out down orange. Can I find anywhere that's worth scavenging that's still yellow? Okay, we got over here that's still yellow. A house, the lab that I would love to have, the farm. Let's take a look at this house. And are you defending there successfully at all? You surprisingly lower that thing by 15%. On that note, how important is that? Not very. Let's send you both out into scavenging. If we lose the farm, we lose the farm. Stop. The last time we visited the Rifts, a man named Snake Cook pulled me aside. He said he was interested in coming over to join our fort, but Malik, the leader of the Rifts, forbade him from leaving. Today he's at the gate asking to be invited in. Fuck the Rifts, even though they're my best friends. This dude wants to be with us. It lowers the Rifts faction respect by 4, and we're gonna call it percent because that's what that number's based off of. 4%. When we meet him, we started at 50%, so we're at 46%. Somewhere below 40, we start getting to the point where he'll start trying to steal from us, and somewhere below 25, we'll get to the point where he'll start trying to attack us. And we're going to work on having better relations with them later. We really need people. The Rifts won't be thrilled that we're stealing people from them, but screw those guys. They can think whatever they want. We're happy to have Snake join us. We can seriously use soldiers. And he is a soldier on our side. He did have some interesting things to say about the conditions of their fort. Sounds like they ran out of toilet paper last year and have taken to wiping like they do in India. Sometimes the game's text and what's going on doesn't make the most sense. Ran out of toilet paper last year. The zombie-apocalypse has been going on for 2 months. It's day 55. Stop. Alright, we got ourselves a hero of sorts. We're very well going to have to equip him with things. You have binoculars. That's fine. 0. I'm going to have to take your crowbar, give you some binoculars. It's unfortunate. You're going to lose some defense. and some scavenging. But we need our dude who's here just to defend us to have something to defend himself with, and a crowbar is something he can defend himself with, even though it's gonna eliminate the possibility of you using that for other things. Seriously? Okay, so honestly, my farmland is more important than that apartment building over there. If these two zombies want to be that determined in being massed and taking it out, I guess they're going to take the apartment. I'll defend my farmland over here, where I have a 63% chance of succeeding in defending it. We're still going to try to get more people on our team. No. I came to a huge farm a week too late. There'd been 6 in their group originally, but 3 were killed while hunting in the ravine nearby. Now it was just Brian, Chris, and a child whose parents had died in that ravine. They were packing their stuff, getting ready to join the Rifts. Seems I'm too late, in more ways than one. They asked why our fort would be better. If we have a level 6 leader, we could insult the Rifts, saying that they suck, and we're better. The Rifts wouldn't be happy about this sort of thing, but they would join us. If we had an 80% respect level with the Rifts, we could ask them, "Yo, Rifts, I'd like these people to join us, and not you. Is that cool?" And they'd say it's cool. And if the Rifts were at 25% of their strength, which we haven't done anything to them, so they should be at 100% of their strength unless some wonky random stuff happened to them, we could say, "Look at the Rifts. You ain't gonna survive there. Come with us instead." Unfortunately, not one of those 3 things is true, so level 2 soldier, level 1 scavenger, and the kid go to the Rifts. But downside, the Rifts get faction strength. Now I believe that at the beginning of the game they're just 100% faction strength anyway, but we also get respect with them, which is good. So if nothing else, yeah, they're already at 100 faction. Oh, they're at 94, so we bumped them up from 89 to 94. Ooh, that's not a big deal. They're right next to us. We'll probably want to be their friends. But we got our respect back up to them to 51. And that's that. Can you successfully defend against these guys? You being there drops them down to 40%. Honestly, I could take or leave that spot. That node was a means to an end. Found a knife, found some food, found a cat. Chubbs has the plus leadership. And the knife. You can equip the knife and actually get something out of it. 0. Equip that knife. Have your defense go up 2. That doesn't help your scavenging too much, but it helps it out enough. Should make these scavenging missions a little less risky. We are certainly retreating to this corner. We're going to buddy up with the Rifts. We're going to live down here and expand onward. We're going to let the Luddies take this entire side of the river. I don't care about that side of the river. We need to stabilize first and ask questions later. So we have a fair amount of food. We're losing 3 per day, but that's okay. We go down there, we might be able to scavenge that successfully. Are either of these safer? Maybe my margin, but only a margin. The Rifts, as good of friends as I'm trying to be with them, seem like they're sending some raiders against us. Hopefully we can defend against them, because we cannot afford to lose our resources to them. We just found a flamethrower. Holy crap. That changes some shit. Hey bud, take this flamethrower. Don't you feel better about things now? I certainly do. That lowers your percentages a little and his enough. Go there. That helps out. In many forms. We're going to take that church back. You're going to sit there and defend against this guy, I guess. And Team Scavenge is going to go out and try to find whatever they can in those nearby areas. Farm infestation. Our entire corn crop is ruined. Other vegetables seem to be doing okay, but the corn ears just wither, turn brown. They're riddled with little holes like something that's has been eating them. I suspect some kind of bug is doing this, but we'll need to do some research to find out. In the meantime, our crops won't be producing as well for a while. Farms produce less food for 7 days. Well, what does that put our food at? 4.5 loss right now for 7 days. That's insane. 31.5 food, which is more than we have. So we'll have to find some food within the week. But we do have a week to do it. What'd you get? More ammunition? That's good. We need ammunition. Does this game have vehicles? Yes, but being as turn-based as it is, the vehicles aren't going to be super exciting. It's just going to be another thing that I could put in this item slot that gives me some stat boosts, and the perk has vehicle. But yeah, I can get a car, an armored truck, a bicycle, maybe more stuff. Those are the things I've seen. I found a cowboy hat. What do you have currently as your side item? You have Stevens, cat. Never mind. Cowboy hat's lame compared to what you got. Cowboy hat is 1 leadership. Looks like the tide has turned. I hope so. We have a plan. We have a nook that we can carve out over here. And it's going to be a slight problem, as whenever you take an area that's adjacent to another faction, you either have to have a leader that's level 7 or deal with the fallout of pissing them off. Or you can give it to them and become better friends with them. But it's going to be tricky trying to get any of this land next to the rifts in the meantime. You guys need to go out and catch that. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. Food, good. Day 60, and the zombie numbers have increased. It's 51 there. 53 there. Okay, I got plans. You guys took all that. Now you're gonna stay there. You're gonna recruit this. And this is gonna hopefully work out, because the only way I see us getting out of this in any good way, shape, or form is getting more people to help us out. There's a frenzy at the Wallfire Farm. Some old friends from the Rift are here visiting Snake Cook. They could help us out. Yo, help us! There were too many zombies for us to handle. One of the rifts was badly hurt. Snake got in a big fight with his friends afterwards, and I don't think they'll be coming to visit again. Snake was injured. He's still a former rift, so they'll still probably come visit again. But he got injured being attacked by them, which is unfortunate because it's going to take him 3 days to be okay. It still means we're on attack up here. But again, if they take one of these apartments, it's not the biggest deal. It's not going to be a good thing, but you defending there does literally nothing. And you being here adds an 11% to us not dying. Alright. Onward. Try to recruit whoever. Found food, good. We took the church. The big mutated zombie mob is on its way. What we need more than anything is to get into this corner so that we can stabilize. It'll be okay. No matter what we lose, no matter how bad things get, we should be fine. A man I met at the apartment who might join us, but he's skeptical. He wants to know if our plans for the future of Deadsville. If we manage to reclaim it from the zombies and madmen, that is, will it be a nice place to live? A nice place to live. We plan on having a peaceful, egalitarian utopia. And this isn't a lie, because I plan on having both high walls and a strong military and a peaceful, egalitarian utopia. The man nodded thoughtfully at the description of the future of Deadsville and agreed to come back and check out the fort. Good! Another scout! Scavenger. Now we're losing 5.5 food a day. But we can put him on the farm. Mitigate that down to 4. We put him on a farm that pushes it down to 2.2. Alright. You need to step here and defend against all that. You'll help because you have nothing going on in the near area. Losing 4 food a day versus losing 5.5 food a day. Either way, I'm out of food in 2 days. So let's go with this plan. Can we take out a market? A market probably is the food we need. So much about what's going on with you. You have a 90% danger to a fort. When I put both of you there, it's still 90. You need to get better before that big massive zombie comes in and kills you while you're resting. Zombie in the hen house. Damn it, I told him that that wall of porta potties wasn't secure enough. One of the Zeds slipped through and spent the day chasing our workers around the fields before we were able to bring the thing down. I don't think anyone in the fort got a lick of work done because of it. Missions won't advance for the next day. Great. So stop. If missions won't advance for the next day, then can we defend? Can we use everybody on a mission to defend at the moment? Go. You'll be defended against my whole team. There's frenzy at the wall by the hospital. We should take risks to defend the building. Somebody may get hurt, but our walls and supplies are worth the added danger. Or there are a lot of us. If we coordinate one of the places, we'll have an advantage. We may face more casualties if we lose. Your phone's out of batteries. It's always a bummer. Are you watching on your phone? That could cause some complications here. Take risks to protect the building? No, my lives are more important than the building.
Coordinate defenses to try to keep the building and be safe? Yes. We got everyone working together like a well-oiled machine and steamrolled over the zombies and everything else in our path. Live together, die alone. Lost references. Awesome. Well, we are almost exactly 2 hours into the stream. We've blown ourselves into here pretty quick. I think I need a short break. So I will be right back. I'm gonna put it in the chat and put my be right back thing on that I just got. Be right back, but that doesn't mean you can't hang out with the music of the game, right? Okay. Took a 10 or so minute break. Put in the chat, I'm back. The zeros seem to had to leave. That's unfortunate, but okay. Let's see. Separate everybody and then plan out moves. We are still here at no food a day. We are starving. See if we can get some food from these guys. We got plenty of materials. Plenty of. You guys. We're gonna go over here and try to scout out whatever you can of that. And you guys. We're gonna start making our way down so that even if things get taken over in the top, we will reestablish in that corner. And it'll be cool. We found ourselves a top hat. We could trade for these guys. They do have a ton of food. We need food, man. Not that much. Let's see what we can do about getting 30 food from you guys. 30 food from you guys. You guys are calling it 52. Give you a cowboy hat and a top hat. Is there +1 leadership? And +1 leadership doesn't do me a whole hell of a lot. And half our materials. Let's see if we can do the rest with a resource that we don't care too much about. Fuel. And we'll go 1 over half our materials for all this food. Give us food, please. Alright, that gives us enough food for a little while. You two will continue scavenging. Go out there. You, however, are going to farm so that we only use 4 food a day. You and you gotta do other stuff. We have 7 survivors. We could go over here and try to recruit another dude, but successfully doing so would just cause us another food loss per day. If we go over here, that turns into a green. You there, puts that 83 or 87 rather. Turns that into green either way. You put that at 27. Darn it, it's doing that thing where everything draws to one side. Overwrite my file. Blip. Open it back up. Loading all the stuff. Load. 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 There we go. We need to get 49 more buildings before we can establish a government. We are good on food. We have a lot of materials to still use on stuff, but meh. Let's go scavenge that. More food and materials. Go. Cool. Scavenge out these houses. It's funny. I've never really cared about food before the war. Sure, I'd eat when I was hungry, but it just seemed like a necessity to living. These days I fantasize for hours about chocolate bars or roast beef. The kind crusted with herbs and spices and cooked slow for hours until it nearly falls apart on your fork. It would sure make people happy to put together a decent meal once in a while, but I know we have to watch our supplies. With our current supplies, I would honestly say that we should probably go with decreased rations. Survivors eat 25% less food, but happiness decreases. 1,000 calories a day. I've had milkshakes with more calories than that. We can technically survive on our supplies. We'll last twice as long, but the people aren't going to be thrilled with the decision. We can change this policy later. 25% less is not twice as long. 25% is long. Lowers our food cost. No! I was out scavenging with Sven Hosven when we decided to split up. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but we could cover more ground that way. But when he missed the rendezvous and hours later, I started to get worried. It didn't take me long to find him. Rather, didn't take him long to find me. I hadn't realized you could become a Zed that fast, but Sven had always been an overachiever. It was all I could do to smash the thing's skull with a brick before it sank its teeth into me. Hurt to do so, but it was him or me at that point. Zero. Zero lost his buddy out there. We're equaling out on food. And we lost Sven. Sven! Alright, just double checking. Sven had binoculars and no weapon. There's not a whole lot that can be gained from his death. He just lost. One sec. Sorry, I had to clear my throat there for a second. So we've lost Sven. Lost his Sven. So we should probably go recruit another dude. You defend against you real quick, and if you defend here, put you at 50, 90, 90. I can defend here and put you at 63. You'll probably be 63 too, 65. You're at 90. Farm there. And defend here. You're at 27. You guys are at 90. But I kind of have accepted losing that building. Sometimes one must accept the loss of buildings in order to gain more. Right, we have enough food in our stockpile to pull you off. Have you be my buddy. We got the water treatment plant over here, which is important for recruitment and happiness. Someone's been stealing from our farms. They're eating up turnips straight out of the fields at night and no one's around. There's no sign of forced entry anywhere on our base, so it must be one of our people. I was halfway to organizing an investigation when I realized it could have been any one of us. We're all stressed and too upset to do anything, but look out for ourselves these days. And then we get attacked. We couldn't hold them off. We need a plan. There's a lot of junk around here. We could build a barricade. With enough duct tape and rusty nails, anything can be a barrier. They tore it all to shreds, but it gave us enough time to get around for a better angle against them. Good. Good, good, good. Now, you don't need these guys to die, but, you know, could be helpful. Lower the speed of things. Cool. Nat 20 was discussing the lack of local politics with a potential recruit at the suburb when the zombies found them. Must have followed Nat right to the man's hideout. The man, Matthias, froze like a deer caught in the headlights. Nat had to think quick. Use the man as a shield, save the man, run away. We need... I am level 8 soldier. That's not me. That is. So, I need to save this guy in the back. I don't see who he is, but save him. Alright. Nat broke a nearby vase over the zombie's head, then grabbed a chair and used it to defend the others off like a lion tamer. He wrenched his shoulder nearby somewhere in the process, but he got both of them out of there. Matthias could be a little more grateful, all things considered. He won't stop complaining about the loss of his damn vase. Apparently a family heirloom. Either way, he joins us. I'm a little injured. I'll be injured for 3 days. But we managed to catch Matthias, who can give us a whole lot of nothing. Alright, hold on, what do you got? You have this gun and this cat of many abilities. You're gonna hold on to the cat of many abilities, but you'll give up the gun. Give up the gun now. And you will go on to take this pawn shop. It's risky, but you can do it. What we need to do is just carve out this corner for ourselves. If we lose some of these buildings, it's unfortunate, but we can take them back later. We just need to carve out these buildings for ourselves. More so than anything. Ammunition and fuel in a great abundance. Nothing to do there. Let's take out this fire station if we can. You took the apartment back. Good job. You can go in there and help. You there, 28%. You not there, 37%. You're 9% in that. So go help out. Oh, the road is long. Matisse Swing heard crying last night and went out into the city to see what it was. He found a young boy wandering out there, exhausted, traumatized, and alone. The kid is in shock. He hasn't said a word. We don't know where he's from or what happened to his family, but we can guess the worst. He's been sticking close to Matisse. How old is he? He's 6. So at the age of 14, people will mature and become adults that you can use. Any age before that, they just become an equipment item that gives negative stats to the people. So, being 6, he will presumably never grow up. And will require babysitting to hurt somebody forever. So, send him back out there. Lower our happiness, but we can't do it. We can't take the kid. The boy's parents must be out there in the city, desperately searching for him. They must be. We gave the little tyke a fresh set of clothes and a tin of sweets, then dropped him off on the other side of the city in a big square where we figured his family would most likely spot him. Oh God, what have we done? Yeah, we killed that kid because we couldn't support him. Maybe. The kid might end up surviving. Unlikely, though. Unlikely. We got a helmet. Well, shiz. Why don't you equip the helmet? Give us the defended perk. Maybe you won't get killed immediately out there. No reason to search these parks. I could search this school over here that's a ways away for 27. I could search this lab for 23. I could scout this place for free. I could search here for 8. That means there's probably nothing here. But let's double check anyway. Injury healed. Oh, injury healed. Go help them out. Killing that all. We're making our way to the corner. We're gonna be a-okay in it. Alright, you got a boomerang. You got a knife. Why don't you take boomerang instead? Ha-ha! You can have the knife. There we go. What do you want? You want to come here? Do that place? Go ahead. Check it out. There's nothing. We found food. That's more than nothing. We got a river on this side too. Oh snap. We got ourselves a good starting position in between two rivers. If we can get two backs up against the rivers, we have success. Start right next to the rifts, but that's all fine and good. We'll be okay. We managed to work our way through it. Take that. It's safe. Whatever you can take is good. Alright. Man. The apartment wall is going to hold. We have to do something. A couple of Gustav's mercenaries are nearby and came running. They'll help us out, but it's going to cost. We can tell our guys to fire anything that moves. Hire the mercenaries, but we still lost. Illness occurred. We found out today that Matisse is really allergic to bee stings. He went into anaphylactic shock and stopped breathing, but we managed to get him to the hospital in time. Had to stick a tube down his throat and help him breathe, and pump his heart full of adrenaline. Good thing we have a sterile environment and the right tools to do so. That was essentially us having a bad thing happen, but it was mitigated by having a hospital in our territory. So, alright. I'll still set you guys down here. Danger to 456. You're not even near the fort. Y'all took out the apartment building over there, across from the bridge, which is fine. If you want to take that, that's fine. Yeah, let's keep going. A radio and a bunch of materials. Cool. Alright, cool. We killed those zombies. Build a home. You defend. Defend, defend, defend. I really want to keep these areas, but if I have to lose them, then that's that. Okay, scavenging. I don't really care too much what's going on this other side of the bridge, except for the fact that I may scavenge it out easier than other stuff I could scavenge. So, go. Shoot. Alright, if you take that farm, it's okay. Run into a frenzy. Snake cook got clipped. We got a lot of fire and a ton of bullets, so not a lot of healing stuff. So we'll use the extra ammo. We do it. We take care of them. Good. Could be good. You all have to figure out something else. You have to take something out of this. Wherever you're at. Make it happen. The Luddies, we're close enough to them that we discovered them. Back when we had things like internet and reliable electricity, I never understood people who insist on living off the grid. Now that we have to survive without that stuff, those folks don't look so silly anymore. After civilization started to fall apart, a bunch of those technophobe types got together and started to commune here in Deadsville. They called themselves the Luddies. And you'll find better bunch of farmers here than in the afterlife. Alright, so they're the best damn farmers ever. We go up here, try to take what we can out of that bar. Defend. You'll have to step back there to get both of them. Why wouldn't you go after the Luddies? They're right there. Don't you dare go out across that bridge after me. It'd be a dick move. Workshop isn't gonna hold. We have to do something. Go wherever we retreat, or we could light up some fires. Light up fires. We still lost the workshop. Son of a bitch. Okay. The workshop's not the corner. The workshop's not the corner. That's what I gotta say to that.
So then we put you here and you here, maybe. You can do things, you can do whatever you need. We're losing food, but we could use more survivors. Gustav is getting into the mercenary business. He just stopped by with a gaggle of heavily armored men to offer their services to us. For a nominal fee of 10 food, they'll clear out the Zed in any building we want. This is a pretty decent ability. But we're losing 2.2 food a day, so that would be using like 5 days worth of food to take out the Zed.
Whatever we want. Anywhere that I want that's worth that.
I don't think so. I don't think we want that. Sorry, bud. We decline the offer of for-profit violence this time. They'll just have to find someone else to pay them for their dirty work. I just hope that someone doesn't decide to send these guys against us. No, you're a bastard. They were right there. Why would you come after me? Okay, another river up there. River. We're in a decent position. We should be able to stabilize sometime in the near future. We found a crowbar. Whoa. Oh man. Following signs of a human habitation, knocking on the door of the farm, the woman who answered the door spoke softly. She said her name was Lady Collins. She'd been hoping somebody would come before it was too late for her friend. Her friend is indeed looking quite the worse for wear, too feeble to even raise his head. Who do we have room for? Level 4 leader, we could take one of them. With a med kit, we could take both. We have none, we get nothing. Nothing. We'll come back later. Two survivors. I never realized that you could hover over here. One survivor. Oh. Great. No great. Great. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take you. Push you down here. Wait, cancel. Push you down here. Kill the Zams. Wait. Push you down here. Help. Push you right here. You're at 90. You're to 58. 28. Well, you're right there. That lowers your percentage by 2. Whatever you want to take. I feel like you're just gonna do it. Go here and recruit. Get the stuff. Scavenge. Okay, we're attacked up there. Severed wall isn't gonna hold. We have to do something to defend these walls to our dying breath. They'd have a hard time making it past us. We'd have to do it over our dead bodies. Or I'm at a swing, got clipped in the first wave. We could patch them up. What place are they trying to take? That one. To our dying breaths. We dug our heels in, became a wall of meat and resolve. Not a single attacker made it through. Okay. You're still a 90. You're an 88. You're 22. You're a 50. You're 90. Fine. There's nothing I can do about you. You take whatever building you want, I guess. 10% chance you don't.
But maybe if we had someone near our farm, Zed wouldn't have taken us by surprise. Maybe we still have a wall to defend, or maybe they just died. You ever thought of that shit? Maybe they would have just died. But we don't necessarily need back up there. We need to get the corner. We need the corner. Corner. That goes down to 45, that goes down to 51, that goes down to 22, fine. No! Ah! We stumbled upon an old musket just sitting outside the middle of the street while we were scavenging today. No idea how the thing got there, but between the mold and the rust, it did not look like the elements had been kind to it. Of course, that didn't necessarily mean the thing wasn't loaded. Really wish Zero had been looking down the barrel when we found out. Still, we were able to bring back most of our body. Not sure where her head ended up, though. Zero shot her head off with a musket while scavenging. Zero didn't even get got by zombies. I'm pulling my hat down over my face right now, by the way, because this is upsetting. This is... Ah! My best scavenger. I needed my scavengers. I need all of them. Oy vey. Stop. You're scavenging over there now. To your imminent death. 52%. I gotta think of... Okay. So, you now need the boomerang and binoculars to get you up to speed. Ooh, we got ourselves a pit bull. Snake cook. Moonstone has a hammer. Let's give Moonstone a pit bull. 2 defense with pet owner. Yeah, buddy. That'll help. You're up there dangerously. Well, let's see what happens to you up there. Dangerously. Those zombies are going to try to take the hospital, but we let our defenders handle it, and we lose the hospital. Great. Hospital is not the most important thing in the world, honestly, but we do kind of need it. We do kind of need it. Well, what do we do now? What do we do now? Alright. You guys stay there to try to mitigate any potential damages. Death from a fight. The problems with trying to make sure everyone has a gun to protect themselves is that the tempers flare when things can get ugly fast. Though Moonstone says the gun went off by accident, it doesn't change the fact that Meddy Swing is now a corpse! You don't know for sure what happened, but want to punish Moonstone, just send a message from this ever happening again. A few days of jail time ought to do some good. Moonstone will spend the few days locked up so she can contemplate her crime. I think she really is repentant, and we just can't spare the resources to keep someone locked up any longer than that. Hopefully we'll be sending the right message to the rest of the fort. Ah, you killed Mattis. And now you're in jail. Taking time off. It's a vacation for you for 3 days. Kill the dude so you get a 3-day vacation. God. Go. Alright, we found another crew. The Elite Crew was once the most feared FPS clans and infamous hacking groups back when all still connected to the hive mind that was the internet. I wouldn't have expected a group like that to have so much in the way of survival skills, but there's a bunch of them here in Deadroll and they survived just fine thanks to a collection of jury-rigged defense turrets. We should see if they're up for trading. Possibly takes a lot of fuel to run those generators. Alright, well there's the Elite Crew over there. We're right next to them. But where to send our scavenger now? Everywhere is a death trip. Everywhere is scary. If you go there, you might just get some food and survive, and that's okay. Will we make it? Letties fight the zombie squad. Entry while scavenging, Lord Seven King crashing to the floor, covered in blood with a horde of undead hot on his tails. We managed to get the gate closed in time, but he's in rough shape. I suppose I go to show you we shouldn't practice your seeing when scavenging. Right. We don't have a hospital anymore. We can't hold them off for long. We need a plan. That's when he got clipped in the first wave. Could possibly patch him up with some meds. Well, let's try the extra. We're giving that 20 some pills that I'm pretty sure were painkillers and bound his arms in a splint. He used all of that and went ham wild. Get over there. Even though that doesn't change much, I'm going to try to lose one of those places up to the north. So I need to take this corner and stabilize. We are going to spray and pay. Every bullet counts. Now that they aren't making them anymore, we can save a lot of ammo if our soldiers close in zombies before they start shooting, but I for one feel way safer shooting those efforts from the top of some buildings, even if I miss most of the time. Spray and pay. Extra ammo for extra offense. Go. Defend. Alright, sucks if they want to take over that area over there, but not a whole lot we can do right now. We lost the farm. Sucks. But what can we do? Take out those Zams. You're going to take 4 days. You're going to take more days. Alright, that's fine. Go. We're retreating to the corner, building up our forces over there. Yeah, if you want to take that, that's unfortunate, but you go ahead and take it. We don't need it. We're letting zombies take our fort and establishing a better starting position. Injury healed, injury healed. Go up here and get some more stuff, maybe. Or you'll die. The risk of you doing anything up there is pretty high. Not pretty high, but you know, 40%. That's pretty high, actually. Wait. Snake became a devout. Devout's fine. Just means that he only gets benefits from churches, not bars. Starvation. Hun Ryan here collapsed from the job and is going to take a few days off for some bed rest. But I need that place. Right, you're going to have to take over. You took it. Alright, you can then reclaim that. That's fine. Injury while scavenging. I've been able to work out since what happened to Lauren Soren. He walked back through the front gate with a glazed look in his eyes and nothing to show for his scavenging mission. All I've been able to get out of him is, all I could see was its teeth! He may need a few days to recover. Okay, well, he's recovering now. Great. You're recovering. Great. So we got you killing zombies and you defending right here, making this a 63 and a 90. It doesn't even defend against you successfully. You're gonna kill the person who's healing. I had high hopes for this, but it doesn't seem to be going well. I don't know if we'll be able to stabilize. Those zombies are killed. Build a wall. Defend. Defend. Go. Death from starvation. We're so desperate for Moonstone. We're so desperate for food. Moonstone started trying to trap crows on top of one of the buildings. Seems like a good idea until she got mobbed by a murder of crows and fell to her death. We buried Moonstone under the fir tree that she used to sit under. I hope she's in a better place now. Everybody's hurt. Everyone else is starving. We need to go with this for just a moment. Alright. They're the frenzy at the wall at our apartment. Some old friends from the Rifts are here visiting. Snake, Cook, asked them to help. There were just too many zombies for us to handle, and one of the Rifts was badly hurt. Snake got into a big fight with his friends afterwards, and I don't think they'll be coming back, especially since Snake was killed. I only have 4 people left, and 2 of them are injured. 3 people left, and 2 of them are injured. Go. Injuries healed. Okay. What does that put you at? 68? Okay. We need trade, like, real bad. We've got so much stuff. So many materials. Haggle. 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 Made stuff slightly more expensive, unfortunately. Come on. So many materials. So, all these materials for all that food is a good trade, I guess. I got more materials than I need, so that doesn't matter. Science book would be cool. All this stuff would be cool, but I can't afford it. So I'm just gonna have to take that. We're not starving anymore. Okay, that's our place now. Scavenge it. We got 3 people. 3 people. You want to try to take that out? Too strong. I'm not doing anything against you. Oh, man.
We need to recruit somebody. You were the one where I needed a level 4 leader to take both. Or a med kit or something. I don't remember, but I can't do you. We need more people, though.
Deadsville was beast by a pack of stray dogs last night. Beset by a pack of stray dogs. They got under the wall somehow and made a real mess of things, knocking stuff over and getting into the food supplies. Luckily, they didn't get anything before Lord Soren confronted them, but he got a nasty bite in the arm for his efforts. At least he managed to chase them off. Doesn't look like the bite carried in disease, but he's going to need a few days to recover. The man I went to recruit in the suburb was so starved, his skin was hanging off the bones, but he was chipper about it, cracking jokes about his recent diet and how Weight Watchers would have learned a few things. His name was Steel. He doesn't have any special skills, but he says he's flexible. So what job should we give him? Alright, not a builder, not an engineer. Oh no, scavenger. I need soldiers, man. People need to defend me. We always need more soldiers. Take King. There's a motorcycle now. And a flamethrower. What do I use? I don't even have a weapon. Use a pistol, damn it. And that cat gives me bonuses to everything. Sure. Okay. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's not the easiest. Alright. We're giving basically this portion of the city up. So we're going to focus on this portion over here. We need to start taking bits of this and get our backs. We got our backs to the river, but we need our backs to the rifts too. Zed are storming over our pawn shop. We can take risks to defend the building. Somebody might get hurt, but our walls and supplies are worthy of danger. Let our defenders have. Ah, we lose the pawn shop. Okay. Can we take the pawn shop back? Kinda need to. You're gonna take that farm. That's unfortunate, but understandable. We lose the farm. Okay. Ah! So many things. Some nutbar slipped through the gate when one of our scouting parties came back and went after Feng as if he had some sort of personal vendetta. We managed to bring the guy down, but Feng got pretty banged up during the fight. Hopefully he'll get better after a few days bed rest. Oh, great. Okay. Scavenge within our place and get that food. You found it immediately. Good job. Great. We've got no food, no prospects. We're in a real bad position right now. Found materials. Great. Okay, go up here. Try to find this food. Can you do it? Somebody's killing. Build the fort back for us. I'm not sure how long Lord Soren managed to drag himself back to the fort after that botch mission, but we're happy he's alive. We still don't know what happened because he's been unconscious since he got back. We're pretty sure he'll come around soon. Another injury. It's the worst.
I'll be right back. Oops. Be right back. Okay, I just needed to check on something. I'm back now. Alright. Okay. I do what we gotta do. Haunted? Yeah, it was creepy to repurpose the graveyard, but when the undead walk the earth, I tend to be less worried about offending the deceased, more interested in putting barriers between us and them. Unfortunately, Hun Ryanair is more sensitive than the rest of us, and now believes he's possessed by one of the spirits. He doesn't actually seem upset by this. His behavior is creeping everyone else out. Last night, he ate 12 rations worth of pea soup and projectile vomited all over the place. He needs some bed rest. You go in and attack. Okay. Zed are swarming over the apartment. Fang Steel could send his dog King into the fight, but it'd be dangerous. Send King into the fight. King was a true champion, and by the end there wasn't an enemy ankle or shin or crotch without the dog's teeth marks in it, and he survived. It's not a lot. Maybe we can hold off on those pieces. We can't let them take that place. They'll kill that dude. We can't hold them off for long. We need a plan. We could set off running some fuel reserves. There's a lot of junk around here. Fuel. As the zombies fall into flames, the ones behind them simply use their comrades' burning bodies as stepping stones. How are we supposed to deal with that? We lost the apartment because Lord Soren was sleeping in there. He was killed. Alright. You guys take that police station. We don't even have a connection to it. That was our initial starting place. We've lost all 4 places next to it. We've created a new starting home. We have a new home now. 51% danger. There's not a whole lot. What they don't tell you about starving to death is how long it actually takes. A healthy adult can last a month without a bite of food, but if you eat grass, tree bark, and the occasional rat, you can drag it out much, much longer. Eventually, though, everyone has their breaking point, and Sven Steele found his today. We can eat his body. We're not cannibals. Fang must have been delirious to ask such a thing. We honored him with a funeral pyre, and if the smell of cooking meat wafted by our noses at any point, nobody said a thing. And we've lost too many people to recover according to the game. We've lost it. We only had 2 left. We probably wouldn't have been able to survive. On June 25th, all was lost. This is why we need practice against impossible mode. The walls have fallen and our survivors are all buried underground. The lucky ones anyway. There's nothing left in Deadsville now but corpses. We didn't do super well. We got to day 116, which is minus 5,800 points because it's not very far. Had 10 dead survivors. Gives us plus 500 because we had them to begin with. 100 exactly missions complete, so that's 1,000 points. 459 things scavenged, 2,295 points. 569 zombies killed, 2,854 or 45 points. And exactly 1 tech researched because of that random event we got. We never actually got to any of the tech stuff before we got killed. So, Final score 2,180. Not very good. Also, I don't think that your scores actually get set anywhere here. But I hit modding. You can install mods. Done. Well, I'm going to be practicing doing this game in impossible mode because I really want to do the story for videos in impossible mode. But the jump from challenging to impossible, or I'm sorry, hard to impossible, is ridiculous. Because I was playing on hard by myself and I was just dominating shit. Like, I had one death, one survivor death, and everything else was just a-okay. But impossible, that's twice that I've not been able to survive impossible. Well, maybe we'll try more survival attempts of impossible on stream. Maybe not. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Bye.